I woke up in bed this morning, which is a good place to do that. I looked outside and thought, man, I haven't gone rock climbing in a really long time. I live in the mountains, I should do that. But then the sun came up, and the idea quickly started to fade, and then I realized it would actually involve moving. If only there were a video game that I could go rock climbing virtually. Well, hey, what do you know? There is. It's called Extreme Rock Climbing by Head Games. If you are any sort of familiar with cheap, stupid, bad, notoriously awful games from the 90s, then you will be familiar with Head Games. They are the same company that made such wondrous gems such as Extreme Bull Riding and Extreme Paint Brawl, which many sources refer to as the worst game of all time. So Head Games has a bit of a reputation. But what about extreme rock climbing? You don't really see it anywhere. In fact, I've hardly ever seen it online. I bought this in Sam's Club along with Extreme Mountain Biking a long time ago. I've since lost the box, so all I have is the CD. Enough from the faceless man behind the microphone. Let's just get to the game. The game does in fact use a 3DFX renderer, so it's a good thing I have a Voodoo 3 card installed on this computer. And you'll notice the game is actually sponsored by Power Bar, the maker of power bars. This music is absolutely incredible. And then you have this voice.
Practice mode. Free climb, baby. Capture that sweet little thing. Going at it alone. Free practice mode. Pick your pleasure.
It wins my award for the coolest video game narrator of all time. There are quite a few walls to climb that are actually made of rock, believe it or not.
So who's it gonna be?
You also have quite a few climbers to pick from, and I don't know why. It doesn't change the game at all. It just determines whose butt and back you will be staring at the entire time. They have names and ages, and for some reason astrological signs. I suppose that's in case you want to date one of these polygon models. First thing you'll notice is how freaking awesome the animation is. This is high-class stuff right here. Alright, so the gameplay itself. Well, how do I put this? Have you ever played any of the Tiger Woods games, or pretty much any golf game since ever? You use the mouse to pretty much click where you want to go, and then you click once for the energy, and then you click again for the accuracy. And that is it. There's nothing else really to worry about. If you're thinking this can get boring really fast, you would be perfectly correct. You can, however, spice up the game a little bit by keeping up with your heart rate, which is actually rather important, or you will fall off the wall. You also need to pay attention to your grip strength meter. That will go down unless your hands are properly chalked or you haven't eaten enough power bars. I kid you not, you have to eat power bars in order to progress. If you don't, your heart rate will go way, way up. You'll pretty much have a panic attack, fall off the wall, and die. Well, not really. You just kind of fall standing up, and you just stand there on the ground, looking like an idiot. You can also tack carabiners into the wall and thread your rope through it along the way. This provides sort of a checkpoint. I'm doing the free climb right now, I think, where you pretty much have unlimited chalk, carabiners, and power bars. Thank the heavens for those power bars. Honestly, without those, you could not climb at all. In fact, I'm surprised this person can live at all without power bars. If it weren't for those, she would probably just collapse in on herself, allowing the universe to collapse along with her. Eventually, you'll make your way up the wall. It usually takes a while balancing out your grip and power bar munching sessions, as well as inserting those carabiners, which for some reason takes approximately 15 seconds. And the animation is absolutely absurd. It just keeps going and going. I don't know why it takes so long. The game is actually quite buggy too. If you notice, there's no music here. Sometimes it just stops. It actually uses music audio tracks, Redbook audio, straight off of the CD. So sometimes they just don't play.
Oh no!
If you fall, you get the most realistic animation I've ever seen, and I'm getting tired of using sarcasm in this video. Once you finally make it up to the top of the wall, you get congratulated, and that's about it. There's nothing to unlock, no rewards. The rest of the game is just simple variations on that. One of my favorites here is Capture the Flag, where you choose your wall and then choose your path in order to go up and capture the flags in no particular order. You also choose the equipment you'll have, which is rather important. I think they come in multiples of 2 or 4 or 3. I'm not really sure. Once you reach a flag, in order to grab it, you will need to position it between your legs right below your crotch. Apparently, rock climbers have evolved appendages just to grab flags off of mountain faces. You know, that's fine. Who am I to judge?
Consider it captured.
Also, I have no idea why the guy exclaims in the manner that he does.
Consider it captured.
That is absolutely unnecessary. I will indeed consider it captured. Also, this music, I'm sorry, but what in the world is going on? This seems like an entirely different type of video game I should be playing.
I'm gonna walk over to you. Oh yeah, you know you're gonna repel me. Repel me, baby. Oh yeah.
Another interesting part of the game is the solo climb, where you don't have anybody to belay. There are no ropes, there are no nets. You just completely cliffhanger this crap. I don't think I've ever made it to the top of any of these really big walls, but I really don't care. Extreme rock climbing is just that. Rock climbing, minus the extreme. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense. Is it a bad game? It's not horrible. Is it a good game? It's not really good. I don't know. If you ever happen to run across it, I would pay approximately 5 cents for it. Anything more, and you're getting ripped off. It's not as bad as their paintball or bull riding games, but, well, that's not saying much.
Catch you on the flip side.